Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Laravel e-commerce project tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to add a search option over here, and we'll also add a add to cart button over here so that user can add a specific product to their cart. And for adding the product to their cart, user is required to be logged in. So if the user is not logged in and if the user click add to cart button, then it will take the user to the login page. So let's go to our code, and first we'll add the search option over here. So from here over here you can see user, then product.blade.php. From this blade we are actually showing all those products. So here you can see view all product. So after this view all product we are going to add a form over here. So we'll say over here form, then inside it we'll have input field. Input type will be search, and a name equal to search as well. And let's also give a placeholder over here. So let's say it will be search, and we'll also add a class over here, bootstrap class, and it will be form control. And after this we also require to add a submit button over here. So input type will be submit, and it will have a value. Let's say value will be search, and let's also add a bootstrap class over here. So let's say over here btn success, and inside this form we are going to say class is equal to we'll say form inline. And if we save it now, Control S, and if we refresh, you can see over here a input option over here. So we will have this input option on the right side, just below this view all product. So over here, just in this form we'll add a style, and inside this style we'll say float. Float, it will be right. And let's also add a padding. Let's say padding, it will be 10 px. So let's save it and let's refresh now. So over here you can see that we have the search bar option over here on the right, and we'll search our product using the title. So let's go back to our code again, and inside this form we need to add action. Then we also need to add a method over here, and we also need to require to add at the rate of CSRF. So inside this method will be get, and this action, now we'll say the action over here. So inside it, let's say we'll URL, then it will be search. So let's save it, Control S. Now we'll go to web.php and create this URL. So let's go to web.php, and over here, so let me just copy this route from here, Control C and Control V. Now instead of show product, we'll say over here search, and the function name will be search as well. You can give any name you want, and the admin controller, this won't be admin controller, we will use home controller for search. So let's save it, Control X. Now we'll directly go to our home controller and create this search function. So let's go to home controller, and over here we're going to write the search function. So we'll say public function search, and inside it we're going to say request dollar request, and inside this second bracket we are going to first declare a variable. Let's say over here search is equal to dollar request, then this arrow sign search. This search is actually coming from the product.blade.php. If you go there, you can see over here we declare inside this type search, the name is search. So after this search we are going to declare another variable, which is dollar data is equal to then we have to say the table name from where we want to search. So we'll say over here product, then double clone, and we will say where a condition. Now one more thing is that we are writing over here the table product, so we also need to add the product model over here, which we already did in the previous tutorial. So now we after this here we will say two single quotation, and inside it we need to give a column name from where we want to search that specific product. So let's first go to our product table, and inside this product table you can see we have title, price, description, quantity, and image. Now you can, using any column, you can create your search. Let's say we will search by the title. So let's go to our code and we'll say title, then we'll give a comma, then again two single quotation. Over here we'll say like, then again comma, again two single quotation. This time we have to give percentage, then we have to give a dot sign. We don't have to give comma, dot. Okay, then we have to declare this variable dollar search. So dollar CARCH search, again we have to give dot, then now this time we have to give two single quotation and then the percentage sign, and at last we have to say arrow sign get. So what will happen is that when someone search something, then it will try to match it with the title from the product table and have that data stored in this dollar data variable. Now we'll say return view, then inside this view we'll say over here you can see user.home, we'll say user.home, then comma compact data. So it will return the user.home view with this data. Now some of you might get confused why user.home. Now if you go to our user, then home.blade.php, and if you go down you can see over here include user.product. So this home blade actually inheriting the product blade, so that's why we write in over here user.home. Now one more thing is that we declare the variable dollar data, and if you go to product.blade.php, you can see over here in this for each loop the variable is also dollar data. Now we have to declare the same variable dollar data over here as well. If you declare a different variable, then you have to create another blade file and give that variable that you declare over here. So we are going to use the same variable so that we don't have to create another blade. So I hope it's clear to you, and if it's not, then you will be more clear in the future tutorial. So let's save it now, and let's go to a browser and let's just refresh over here. So now over here you can see only 3 images. Now if you try to search over here, then it will give us an error. Let me just show you. Over here you can see trouser. So let me just search over here trouser and click search. Then here you can see a error over here that connection links does not exist. Now if you go to our product.blade.php, over here you can see we use dollar data links. Now we use this for pagination that we mentioned I mentioned in the previous tutorial, but we didn't use any pagination for this search option. So we should give a if condition that if the pagination exists, only use this dollar data links. So for this we'll give a if condition. So for it we just need to say at the rate of if, and then inside it we'll say method underscore exist, then first bracket we'll say dollar data comma then link, and this if condition will end after this div. So for it we need to say int if. So now let's save it, Ctrl S. Now let's refresh over here. So here you can see, if you go down here you can see only the trouser. So let's try to search by, let's say, shirt, and if you press enter you can see the shirt as well. Now we should do one more thing, is that if you click search, it show us all the images over here, but this shouldn't be happening. If you have this empty, then it should only show the 3 images and the page number over here. So let's go to our code, and we'll directly go to home controller, And over here after this search we'll give a if condition. If dollar search equal null, if there is no value in the search, then just let me just copy this, Control C and Control V over here. So let's save it. So what will happen is that we'll get the data from the product table using paginet and return then this user view with that data. So if we save it now and let's just refresh. Okay, there is no page number over here, so let me just go to our code and we'll directly go to product.blade.php. Okay, I write over here link, it will be links. I need to add a s over here, so let's save it and let's refresh now. So here you can see the page number option over here. Now let's try to log in and let's see if the user is logged in. Can we see the use the search option? So here you can see all that data over here. So now let's search over here. Let's search for suit. Let's see over here suit and press enter. So you can see the suit over here. Now if you click the search button, okay, everything is working perfectly. Now we'll add a add to cart button over here. Now let me just log out from here and this time over here we are going to add a add to cart button over here. So let's go back to our code and inside this for each loop you can see inside this for each loop after this description part we are going to say anchor tag, and over here we'll say add cart, and for inside this anchor tag we are going to add a class over here. Let's say it will be btn primary, and let's say href is equal to hash. Now let's save it, Control S. Now let's refresh. So over here you can see add cart button over here. Now I wanted to do the add cart part in this tutorial, but I think it will be better if I do it in a separate video. That will be easier for you to understand. So this is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial we'll add our product to the cart, and user also required to be logged in to add product to their cart. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll upload the next video within 24 hours. So if you want to get the notification of the future content, then you have to subscribe this channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.